Hello, you're welcome to another interesting episode of Inside Out, and today we have a topic we have titled Bukameniac. In America, they have places, especially where you have anywhere with a huge community of Nigerians, somebody starts a buka. London is almost like Lagos. There's no difference because you can actually get that entire buka setting where there are stools, benches, and you see people actually removing coats to sit down and bend down and eat the food very well. So there's a thing, I don't know what it is about Nigerians and buka. There's a Bukameniac thing about the Nigerian. Want to find out why do Nigerians like bukas? Are there any Nigerians that don't patronize bukas? Some would say we don't really eat there, but even if you don't eat there, do you eat the food? Those are all the questions. The Bukameniac thing about Nigerians is what we're going to be talking about today. What is so fascinating about the buka that Nigerians cannot resist?
Buka food is better for me. The reason why is because it saved me the stress of cooking. As a bachelor, sometimes if I'm tired of eating junks, it's better I have the taste of African dishes. And there's nobody to cook for me. It's easily for me to go into buka and just, okay, mama, point and kill all this kind of, okay, mama, I want this, mama, I want fufu.
Actually, it's a bit difficult for Nigerians to stay without eating the buka because of the pressure, before you wake up in the morning, find time to cook and all this whatnot, So it's better when you just go out, get into a particular bukateria, have your meal, then off you go to work.
Buka food is not good because it can give you cholera. They don't prepare it very well. It's not neat. They will just put water, rainy water, use it. It's not good.
Not all bukas, not all. There's a particular ones you will see. You yourself, when you look at the environment, you know. Cleaner is one of it, and other ways. And the taste of the food. Mostly, you have eaten before and you know what is there. So you can still go there again and take the next lunch or whatever. You understand?
Actually, when we talk about buka, we have bukas. Even we have some that have even made their names. That even people from a far distance do come there. Because when you say buka, you see, they are distinct bukas.
But if you have somebody that will be monitoring them, how they will be cooking the food, how they will be washing them in shorts, it will be good. Everybody should be preparing food in their house. Go to the market and buy food and prepare. It's better. It's hygienic because of cholera.
But it depends on the area where you do visit. Because to me, I don't believe in all this issue of hygienic environment. If a place is not hygienic, I don't think it's going to save me the heart of eating there, because I do wash where I eat.
And I think I have a panel that will do justice to this topic. I'm going to start my introductions from my right. Please help me welcome Kemi Olagunji. You're welcome. And next to her is the only man on the panel. Meanwhile, I believe he's men. No, okay, well, I don't know. Mr. Ibrahim Oshidele, you're welcome. Miss Bimbo Akinade, Abi, you're welcome to Inside Out. Okay, and she's no stranger to us on Inside Out. MC Small Mommy. That is the alias. Her real name is Mrs. Mabel Honorovi. You're welcome to Inside Out. Okay, let me start with you, MC Small Mommy. What do you think? First of all, do you do bukas?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Don't you cook? Yeah, I'm married woman. You shouldn't be doing buka.
I cook. But sometimes in Lagos, when you're going out, you just find yourself, you are hooked somewhere in between your house and where you are coming from, and you are hungry. Me, I'm not a food person, so to say. But if I've taken ice cream, I've taken snack and something, I just feel like something that has pepper. And when I know anywhere where I can get good food, I can stop over. But Lagos in particular, like where I grew up from, I grew up in Benin. In Benin, I think we have more of what I'll call restaurants than bukas. But in Lagos, the buka setting in Lagos makes the place somehow you cannot really eat there if you are somebody that likes decency. Maybe because shops are very expensive here, the city is congested, so when you enter the place, one, you meet like 250 people in a place that ordinarily can take like 15 people. People are standing, washing their plates by themselves, stretching the plate across your head and all that. Then secondly, maybe
to eat food, you wash your plate by yourself and you pay.
Yes. You wash your plate and you are stretching your plate across your head. Unfortunately, if you can't speak Yoruba, they might not attend to you because they feel this one at Johnny just come. You go take for that today. But if you can speak the language and you stretch, Emini and all that, you know, they quickly collect your plate and they serve you.
There is that kind of rush to buy food.
Yes, because the city is congested. But the painful part of it is that most of the bukas in Lagos are usually either on top of gutter or very close to one dust bin. I think that is one of the reasons why I can't sit down in the buka in Lagos and eat. But I can buy the food and take it home and groove.
Okay, let me talk to you, Kemi. What is your experience? Are you a buka person?
I do buka. I do buka as a student. Sometimes you get back from school late, you want to eat. And I think these people that sell these buka foods, I don't know the spice they use in cooking. But sometimes you eat their food and you want to go back to eat. You have it at the back of your mind, oh, when I get back from class tomorrow, oh, he has suggested rice. I want to go and eat a rice. Or I want to go and eat amala there. I don't know. It's not as if we don't cook as students. But buka,
there's still something about it.
There's something about it that I don't know.
You don't even know why. I don't know,
but
you don't understand.
It pushes you, it pulls you
there. It keeps dragging you back.
It takes you back. I know when you eat their food, you're not filled. You want to go back and eat again.
Are you serious?
If you sit there and eat, you will still want to buy more.
But there's plenty of questions that you have to answer.
Yes, it's the truth. So I think she would help us out with that. You want to eat more. Even when you take it back.
My own no. How do you eat and
maybe you buy in very large quantity. Maybe something like that.
Wait, is it okay? Is it that it is expensive? Because one would assume that because it's a buka, it's actually cheap.
I won't say it's expensive.
So why won't you be full?
If you look at it, it's not really expensive. But the money you take to the buka to buy those little, you can go with 200 naira and you're coming out with something very little.
Yeah, but 200 naira should buy you something very little, isn't it?
But you know, as students, you can still mix up something with 200 naira.
That's
and still get filled. And still go back to the pot to even get more. But with 200
with
naira
200
in a buka,
see all the experienced people saying yes.
But with 200 naira in a buka, you are getting to buy rice 50 naira, meat 50 naira, dodo 50 naira.
There's rice 50 naira.
It's a buka now. I think it's 30 naira now. Before it used to be from 20 naira. Okay. So you get, and by the time you buy 50 naira rice, so little, and you are eating it and you want to eat more. But when you use 200 naira in your hostel or your house as a student to cook concussion rice, you are filled. After a few hours, you still go back and still want to take more from the pot.
As the only man there, what is your view? Do you do bukas?
No, I don't.
You don't do bukas?
I don't.
And you are a student?
Yes.
Your wife is okay.
You don't do bukas?
I don't.
You are a man, you are a student, you don't do bukas.
Maybe he has a girlfriend.
Well, I don't have a girlfriend that cooks for me. I do my cooking myself.
You said what?
I said I don't have a girlfriend that does my cooking for me.
Is that what you said? That maybe you have a girlfriend that cooks?
I do my cooking myself. I enjoy cooking my food. That's the truth. I enjoy cooking my food. I don't like going to bukas to go and start buying food. I don't even enjoy it. I prefer to use that money that I will go and use to buy food at the buka. I used to prepare a stew or do whatever I would do in my house and eat it and be satisfied.
Even in school?
Yes, I do.
You always have food down?
Yes, when I'm going from Lagos, I pack my food. I pack my food from Lagos down there. When I exhaust them, I go to buy that raw rice, raw gari and everything. keep it in my house. When I'm ready to cook, I cook.
So you've never been to a buka?
But sometimes you don't even have enough to prepare food as students. You have just 100 naira you want to eat.
Concussion is there now. Of course, I can go and buy things tomato.
You won't be tired of eating concussion. You had
I
concussion
won't be tired
yesterday
of
night.
eating concussion. I
Where
have
you can
gari in my
get
house.
beans and bread.
I have gari.
No, I'm
The
very
bread is still
surprised
okay.
that Ibrahim. I'm surprised at you, Ibrahim, because again, like even me, I don't even know. But like I said, sometimes I'm tired of restaurants and just regular food. Even though I can cook or I can get restaurants or whatever, sometimes I don't even want Oyibo food at all. I just want buka. You've never had that kind of craving, like you just want to try?
I'll actually narrate a story of my experience before with that buka thing. I think I was still in secondary school in GSS then. And I remember that whenever I was going to school, they would give me my transport fare to go to school. When I'm going to school, there's this buka around that I must always drop down there. And they never trained me that at home because my mom usually cooks. When I get back home, I meet food. But I just enjoy sitting down there every day. And I'll spend my tea fare home there. And I would rather check home or doing better lap me. So like so when by the time I was in GST, I just thought to myself, what's this rubbish I'm doing? I wasn't trained this way. And I just didn't, it wasn't like there was something special there that would make me exhaust all my money there. And when I was from SS1 till I even finished school till date, I don't drop at any buka to actually eat.
So you just decided to stop?
I decided to stop.
And that was it?
And that was it.
Till today?
Till today.
I'm very proud of you. So you have friends that go to bukas?
I have a very good friend that goes to buka, and he has an experience with me. He came to my house one day. He was at school. And I think it was towards the night, and he told me that, Ibrahim, I'm very hungry, let's buy food, rice here. And I was like, how much do you want to use to buy the rice? We calculated the money. I said, but let's go to the market and go and buy fish and stew. I have semo at home. We'll prepare and eat. And he bought the thing today. We bought it and we go home. And he ate and he was sweating. And he finished eating the semo. So he was okay. In fact, the rice he would have bought would have still be at home, and he'll be telling me, I'm not filled though. He'll be expecting more. But he had to his fill. After I finished cooking and the semo was good and he was sweating, I had to remove his shirt.
Okay, let me talk to Bimbo. Tell me about the buka. How do you even get to start a buka in the first place?
The thing is, people have wrong impression about buka.
Okay.
And there are some things about what people feel about us that are not true. Some are true to some people. You know, it depends on the kind of person that is running the business.
Yes.
Like people will say, it depends on how you package yourself. For instance, well, my mother it was actually my mother's business. I joined her after school when there was no job.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I joined her when there was nothing, and in fact, she started when I graduated. She was actually working for her sister in the buka. And later on, she said, wow, what do we do? I was out of school, there was no job, you know.
First, I'm sure a lot of people are shocked that she's speaking perfect English because it's not your impression. Are you not shocked?
That is the same way people get shocked.
That is why I said
they
yes.
come around.
Yeah.
That's why they get shocked when they come around. Some people come from abroad. Some people come from London, Holland, and when they're in town, they are like, I want amala. To bring them down to my shop. When they come around, they are surprised to see me, the way I'm dressed, the way I speak, and I'm like, what's the big thing? It's a good business.
Because they don't think that somebody who's running a buka would be somebody who has gone to school.
You don't expect my shop to be dirty.
Yeah.
You don't expect to come in and make the same kind of water in a small bowl where you wash. Buka has really gone places. People don't know. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go to White House.
They all know White House.
So when you talk about the dirty, the water, the environment, the crowd, we have not been able to handle the crowd perfectly. Why? Because at times when you're starting a business,
Why do so many people come to buka?
I don't know. But at times you see people that you don't even expect. 2 white girls were in our shop eating. And they were like, what are these? They were using their hand, they were enjoying the stew. And I was like, why should a white lady enjoy amala this far? I really can't explain. But what I can say about it is just varieties. You get tired of eating the same thing. You were saying something about cooking. There's no way you cook your normal cooking. You get used to it. I visit Buka myself.
Oh, you leave your own Buka and go to another one?
To another Buka, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I leave my own Buka and go to another Buka. In fact, I have places where they know me. I go as far as Ikorodu. When I feel like eating amala, yes, there's one amala at Ikorodu, it's called Bukameniac. I leave my own and go there to eat. What I discovered is that it's just the variety. You just want to change the normal thing you eat every day.
Okay. I can change the style of my cooking.
Some people don't like variety.
Okay, do you want to explain to me why you wouldn't do that as a student? Why you would prefer to,
okay,
why you would go to the Buka knowing that
like I said,
expensive?
you want to go back to Yashupo's rice, you want to go to Yasoji's rice because you ate it yesterday and the stew was delicious. It's not as if you can't cook something better. But as students, you just want to, explore. Friends talk about one amala joint across the road at the back of one estate, at the back of one house, and you all want to just go explore. You get back from school.
Do you find what MC Small Mommy said, that there are a lot of people?
Yeah, sometimes you go to some bukas and you can't eat there.
Why?
So dirty, their pots, the environment itself, it's very dirty.
But you still find people there.
I don't know why they sit there, but I won't go there to eat. I think I'll prefer to look for somewhere really nice. They are neat. It's a buka. It's not a restaurant. It's a bukateria. And I sit down. Sometimes I don't even like sitting. I'll take my plate or my warmer, buy it, enter into my room, sit down, relax and eat. Nobody's looking at my mouth. I'm not using anybody's spoon because I don't know who has used. I'm not using things that are not well washed or something. Like she said, you have to stretch to wash plates, and you won't even wash it well. The water they've used in washing about 1,000 plates already. Ooh. The water is there dirty.
So I think it's not running water.
It's not running water, just these small plastics. They put water for washing plates, water for rinsing, and
and everybody's using
the same thing over and over. So I think it's better to get your own plate, your own warmer.
Sound nice.
Really. But there's some places that I think they have running water. It depends on everybody's advancement and some people you get running water. The advanced bookers, you get in and you think you're in an eatery. You want to buy amalao, but it's like an eatery.
Okay, let's take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll be talking Bukameniac. Let's take a break. Welcome back. We're still talking Bukameniac. People sometimes associate Buka with the fact that it's for people who don't have money.
Low-income people.
Or low-income people. Is that true?
It's not true. It's not true. I have bank managers as customers. I have their numbers. I call them when I don't see them around. Some don't come around. They send people around. I know you are my customer.
I'm your customer.
I know you. Yes, I know you are. So it's not about who the person is. But what I just feel is we have the higher percentage of our customers are single, let me say bachelors. They are single brothers that are not married and they are very busy. He will not visit Buka now. Shebi is still in school. By the time he is through, that you have a banking job, you have to be there by 5, 6 a.m.
Why not?
And you close around 12. That means you won't eat, or you keep on eating whatever. There's no way you won't visit the Buka if you are busy. It's not a matter of who you are. Politicians come around. They might not come in person. They send their boys around. Politicians come, bankers, just name it. We have all manner of people as our customers. And the reason is they can't stay at home. Even if your wife has to cook for you, she'll cook in the morning and bring it to your office. She'll cook in the afternoon and bring it to you. She'll still cook. Maybe later in the day you're hungry or so. Some people can't.
How often do you cook? Or is it that you're like, how does a Buka run?
For my own kind of food, the food we cook.
Is it only amala you make?
It's only amala because
that's all.
No, we have no, not all. We have solid food.
Okay.
All solids is available in my Buka.
Do you plan to take over this business, or does your mom still cook?
Yeah.
And you just manage the place?
I manage the place.
Does Buka make a lot of money? Tell me the truth. Everybody is saying yes.
Well, the truth is, in terms of when you say making a lot of money, we are far from it. considering the way we
Okay,
sell.
but it keeps it can run it, it can
But it's
maintain it.
it's not a bad business.
It's not bad business. You're correct. I know what you're saying. Kelly was talking beforehand that so you buy food and you are never full. You keep going back. Is it expensive?
Let me say, people want to use small money to buy a lot of things. That is what I can say. Okay. Because you don't expect to get filled with 200 naira. She was saying something about cooking concoction rice with 200 naira. Yeah, it's very possible.
If I can cook a soup with 200 naira.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
I don't know. It's fine. You can get something that has nothing inside.
I'll buy fish.
What will be inside the 200 naira?
Something will be inside.
What?
Okay. Something will be inside.
Like
we
what?
have roasted titles of 50 naira.
There will be fish there. In fact, I will enjoy it even more than the one I go to buy it in the book.
Sorry, I didn't get that. You put what inside?
Roasted titles. Roasted panla.
Okay.
50 naira, 100 naira.
Vegetable
50 naira.
Okay.
Rodo 20
Buy
naira.
egusi, join us.
Egusi 30 naira. And your food soup is ready and you're eating. Make eba, make semo, make you are filled.
Okay.
She's not talking about a good soup now.
She's talking about management.
She's talking about something to fill her tummy for that moment.
If I come to a book, I want to be filled also.
No.
If you have to be sincere, if we all have to be sincere, 200 naira cannot get you a good soup. Yes, we do.
You can testify.
Depending on what you are calling, depending on what you are calling good.
Buying.
A good food is a balanced diet. If you have fish, meat or egg there, you have vegetable,
Yes.
you have oil, you have your salt. That's a balanced diet already. But you know, like the buka, if you go to the buka to eat, for instance, I like meat a lot. I don't eat much. I could buy amala, 40 naira. I'll buy shaki, abodi, roundabout, liver, pomo, fish. You understand? All the rishi. At the end of the day, I have like 10 pieces of different meat inside.
Isn't that the reason why you go there in the first place? Because you know that. Because if you were going to cook something that had all of
that,
you would spend a lot more money.
But at the end of the day, she can use it if she spends it herself to buy that thing in the house. She can eat it for like even 3 days than spend it once.
The thing is, when you bought all of that, let's say how much would you spend?
You would have spent like 1,000 plus. You understand? But what I'm trying to counter is that the amount you use in making the soup is not what makes the soup to be balanced or not balanced. It can be balanced and delicious no matter how small, as long as you know how to put the things in at the right time. It comes out well.
Okay, I'm getting that, but I wanted to ask a question. The meats that you sell, why are they so tiny?
No, there are some.
Does anybody agree with me? Yeah. I'm eating meat in the middle of rice without realizing I ate it.
There are some bukas that have
they'll tell you, do you want to buy those small ones, which they accompany. Sometimes it's hidden in the soup. You don't even see it. You know, why is meat cut so tiny?
We believe fingers are not equal.
Okay.
You know, I might be able to afford 15 naira meat and someone else might be able to afford just 10 naira meat. And the thing is, if you want to eat, I don't know.
So regardless of what your background is, there's something to cater for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so like her now, she goes there now, she'll get those little cube.
Like 5.
Naira.
You get 220 naira,
and I like
naira.
pomo. I can get like 5 pomo, and I'm relaxed. I'm happy.
I don't eat in any buka that I've not had the testimony. Some people would have told me about that buka. Say, if you eat the
testimony
food,
about buka.
Yes, so if you eat that food, you know, before I go there, but like my husband is not a buka person. He does not even eat out. My husband does not eat out, and gradually because of him, I'm beginning to stop eating out because it's making me feel ashamed. Say, you will be woman, you will just carry plates, carry cooler, and go and be buying food, come home to eat. When your husband don't do that, my husband don't do that. So I'm beginning to stop gradually. Meanwhile, one thing that made me fear buka some years ago was one when woman confessed in Benin that she was using blood to cook the food. That is why you will always have long queue.
I keep hearing all these stories
I've
about
even heard of someone that says if you go to an amala joint to eat amala, don't wash your hand. Oh, if you wash your hand,
They have
They
taken your
use
destiny.
their-
don't
they
finish
use
with
their-
that.
this thing.
Okay. No, you know, we keep hearing all this kind of, Nigerians are very superstitious.
all that.
I hear incredible stories. That somebody said they use blood to cook the food and you don't see it.
I've heard stories of people that they are accused of using charms or using whatever to sell their food.
We keep hearing that.
And they don't sell good food. I asked myself, if the food is good, I will go back there. Whatever the woman uses, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. We are Christians. I tell people, whatever you use to sell your food, if you like, take people destiny. There are some destinies you can't take.
Definitely.
Me, I believe nobody can take my destiny. So if you like, go to heaven to get your powers. If the food is not good, I won't come back.
The truth
What
is,
makes us believe that it is only in bukas that can happen?
and
this
I
book
want to
talk
clear
about
that
it,
a
don't
little.
in it.
You know, the way we are all seated here now, if any smell comes from this direction, I'll look around. It's the person that is not well dressed that was. Do you understand? That's the difference between the buka. You know, that mentality that an average buka is dirty, an average buka you always have flies and all those stuff. Associates
So
it
is the mindset that people have about bukas that makes it easier to believe
when
that
such
the
story
people
comes.
behind those can do those kind of
Yes.
things.
After all, we've heard of eateries that NAFDAC shut down.
Yes.
That their kitchen was
Very dirty.
messed up, very dirty at a point. But if somebody is telling you that, you say that is 1 in a million. But if you hear that they shut buka, that's and I say they don't close all the buka where they Lagos. So I think that it's the mentality.
It's just the mentality. Please, why they call you Amala Yahoo?
Yeah, our real name is Omoekiu, meaning Omoekiu means the child of Ekiu. Ekiu in Yoruba line means line up. The person that was my mother's elder sister was the person she probably trained under. So the woman's name is Omoekiu. She's still in existence in Moshi Market. So when my mother was starting her own, she named her own after the woman. Ekiu means line up. When you get to the woman will say just queue. If you like, make you be barrister. If you like, be this chief. So far you are there to eat. Queue. They will attend to you one after the other. That's our real name. But when we came, I don't know.
Maybe
all over the place. No. I don't know. If I'm walking on the street, they'll be shouting Yahoo. Till today, it's still happening. That some of my friends that ever come be like, "What's Yahoo?" It's my mother's canteen. They call Yahoo. I can't say this is the reason they call us that name. In fact, there was a time policemen came from Ilukweju police station to come and question us
on why we
are called Yahoo.
Okay, let me take a break. When I come back from the break, we'll be taking audience comments. Let's take a break. Welcome back. We're still talking Bukamania, why Nigerians love their buka. Let's take audience comments at this point, or questions, or whatever you might have to say on the issue. Come on.
All right, thank you. I think this Bukamania of a thing, it's a thing of choice. I personally knows how to cook very well. As a matter of fact, I just got back from school and my mom was telling me, she said, this woman Iyabeji that sells beans has asked after you. Just yesterday. And when she said that, I was like, Mommy, what's the meaning of that? Please stop that. But the truth, the woman has been missing me. and you see, when she said that, I said, wow, tomorrow morning I must eat this woman's beans. So then one thing I've also decided is that if I go to a buka and I find out that the people are so much and the people selling are just so mannerless, they shout at you, I immediately just begin to think that
despite those shouting, you still see people say enjoy the tafunwa abba. Is it not your money? I immediately leave the place. It's a choice. You have your money, go buy what you want and enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Buka is good, but my own is that they should watch the environment, one, and their manners, and make sure they handle the crowd. That's very, very vital. Thank you.
We are built in a certain way where early in the morning my mom will have to cook for us. She will take us to the kitchen, she will teach us how to cook. None of us that don't know how to cook. But you see, when I go out, I tell my friend, when they eat in the car, I say, hey, ni mommy ni. Don't you guys have mommy? She gets, that's what I tell them. And they'll say, you know the funniest part, there is a very good friend of mine that used to tell me that. So I now gained admission into the university. My first year, funny enough, I had good friends. They loved it when I cook. They always appreciate it. When I cook, Shegun, come, when we will cook and wait. You see, when I get to 200 level, I was meeting with another set of people. When I didn't enter the hostel very early, I came late. So when I got in, they were like, so I'll tell them, this night, I don't know, tomorrow let's cook. They're not like, oh, come, guy. You know, this was how he told me. He said, hey, wow. That's not how we cook inside this room. Say again, you don't waste food stuff not until when you are broke.
Oh, are you serious?
That was what he said, you don't waste food stuff until when you are broke. It is when you are broke that you waste food stuff. Keep that money. So what I want to say that you see this Buka of a thing is more or less influence. It's not, you see, I visit Buka like hell now. It's early in the morning. I'm not joking. Early in the morning. Bukameniac. I have 8 o'clock class. I'll make sure I wake up around 7:30. Before I woke up late, I now came to reason that Timba soon, when I sleep and wake up very early, I will still end up wanting to sleep later in the class. And when I wake up 7:30 and I rest and I go to Buka, eat for 10 minutes, go back to class, I'll still make up class by 8. So I eventually joined the Buka group.
Shegun, you only tried to feel among. It wasn't like it was necessary. You only tried to feel among. Personally, in school, actually it might not happen to everybody, but I live alone. Okay, so I don't even have the number of friends that will be telling me no, he doesn't have to go that way. I make my decisions myself and I do it the way I want.
It's not about the number of friends now. When his friends were influencing him, he actually wanted
he went after his friends.
But
I have friends that
when he tried it once, he discovered that it's better for me. Instead of waking up 5 a.m.
He discovered that he enjoyed it as they were saying. But then I can tell you that I've tried it before and I don't appreciate it and I don't want to go back there.
Okay. All right, go on.
In my house, it's not that they don't cook or anything. Different kind of food if we want to eat, we have. But me and my twin sister, we like Buka food. Now my mom will ask Taiwan and Kendi, oh no problem. She go see. I go like my gabo kirisha, just like taking plate up and down. I say no, mommy, no. But there is a difference between Buka and Buka. I can never eat in a Buka that stays on this gutter. I'm very classic. I know that for myself. That's why I just want people to know that it's not every place that you just eat because you like Buka food. It's improper.
Okay, there is Buka and there is Buka.
Yes.
I actually appreciate Bimbo and the way she presents her Buka. You know, she has actually marketed it very well in this place. And another thing I want to say, I know that people associate Bukas with some negative values just because they don't really have a name. You know, you won't do that with, say, Tasty Fried Chickens, Sweet Sensation, and all the others. Why? Because of the name that they have. You know, nobody wants to know what their kitchen looks like. The name sells them. Their name sells them. But I want to just give this like an advice to the authorities. There are appropriate authorities who look into these matters. I think that they should look beyond the face of TFC. Look beyond the face of Sweet Sensation and look into their kitchens and protect us Nigerians.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I would say Buka, to me, is a place you enjoy.
To you?
Personally, I don't like eating alone. Even if I cook the food in my house, I have to bring it outside. Maybe there are children. Hey, come and sit here, come and sit here. So to eat alone is a problem. So when I go to Buka, This one is gisting about Manchester United.
Buka is a gisting joint too.
I enjoy myself. And beside that, talking about the quality and all that, you want to eat fuku, my body and all that in one plate. That's in the morning, and in the afternoon you want different choice. Can you cook that? Will you cook a body in the morning, then you come and cook? You can't.
I don't even eat it.
Buka is very interesting. You should try it.
Let's face reality. Most of these bukas we have around are not just ordinary. Just like we have the Yahoo. There's something we call an advanced one, Yahoo Plus. Like I know of a guy, he's always on skin, as in his head. He's always barbing his head. He uses his head to make money. So we have Buka Plus. Like there's a restaurant around my place because I grew up in a Joleg environment. I don't want to mention the place. Just like now, this is red demarcation. There's the woman that sells food from the other end. You don't have access because there's a barricade already. Your own is just for you to stretch your place. But I can tell you, when you go to the back, you see a bottle of gin bottle with corn inside with millets being tied because you can't see it. That one, they believe it brings customer. So most of these things that we just take for granted that it exists. There's a woman again where I stay in New Jolegba before. Every morning she wakes up, she'll sprinkle water because once you step on that water, definitely you always come back. So it's not just ordinary. There are realities. Just like we watch this Yoruba movie, Amopelo or Shibi, it's real. Those of those things you see there, they are real. So what I really want government to do, I want them to be a regulated body. Because everybody can't just come up, set up a canopy with one cooler of rice and a transparent plastic and put 2 decals of beans and say it's setting up a buka. It has to be restricted.
So it should be regulated. I'm going to thank all of you, and I want to make some suggestions because there was something she said that occurred to me, which is the fact that also maybe if you had an identity, a lot of the bukas don't even have names.
Yes.
They don't have names. We don't know who is behind it. That if there was something to protect, maybe then people will do it better. Maybe at least the big ones can come together so that they take you more seriously. Even though I'm sure you have more than enough customers right now. But also, it's also part of branding yourself beyond how people see you. You've mentioned a few bukas that you yourself, you know, if you can come together and then to enforce, and then they can say at least these ones, we know that they're doing it right. And also get government involved to give you credibility. You already make a lot of money. All you need now is a name.
It will make the food more expensive.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Anyway, I'd like to say a very big thank you to all of you. Thank you to our partners and our sponsors, Voltic Water and SA Peacock for catering services for our food. To my wonderful audience, thank you. Follow us on www.twitter.com/Agatha Amata, Facebook.com at Inside Out Fans Club, or our website www.insideoutmedia.tv. Until next week when we come again talking about something else equally as interesting. Bye-bye.